Memwako baba Adkwart Studios. Nyame onshirao ewo mre a winyama Adkwart Studios. Senia erade adum odoye na yenso do pa. Woka ho bi enema yedwubade ekonanimu. Me da erade ase se dwumadi a me hyase se me kasafa anakwa me Bediako nanamo a otuo no erade adum eye adwuma pa. Sani ya na dabia meka no mene ni nhia da na me botai pa so ani se na ni suadi hunu ani ne a oka no me gitum se ebetumi abam ya me nkola brem free me nkola brem nyina no adwea na wo mitrim ni se ade obi aye bia no onipa so obetumi aye se nipa nko na aye dia ubetimi aye emfa ho ene baby a wigina nia efa ho ene nia ewo wadwin enti ye kase na obi the spirit of creativity a befim ne nyina no bibia me nsabe somu bia no me de ye bibi omo enime no de omo nimi yese nya manum bi na me edwa enti abrantie ba ya o kan nsem no akama koma papa na metimi de akukuduru akase ne nsem na o kan no na kwa me nkruma penso de na miswa but bi huni me che Ghana mfie 9 enti obeti de me kan ase but nyima oye yenso de temana me metra enti me kase me di ho adanse a metra committee 7 and am tuko ashama enti me ka we a obehu yese me ni America ekwan ya Ghana pagya ye ewo yen kwala brem no se abefom senka onipa bobra obokora nimu no Ghana ya brabo ehi I say was okay na we expect say basis be ehi na busa ho say adenti na o say basa eri say o man bia ma oni erisuade hu o man ni ira sa na tro sem nika to ba o kan nsem bia bi so ya hantan bi so dwana nim bi so ya say so you bi a wo di wadwen ato fom na wo pe bibia ya and Sembusan come as Busan said how, when, and where. And someone cares to Busan. May Bediako drew catch out say Nana Kwame Bediako new force. And in Kenya Bagana. Or in Kenya pub got Wakikan Sembia. Ama binum etliki kabum. And a binum so I see say Busan Sam said it is possible. Yeah, me okay, you know. Say, obey me the ensure about Kumasi, but the young Crawford said, Okukuru at foreign about Kumasi. Then Crawford soon more or more differ with differ or more say, Inti Emma a binumia that you say, on my research. Me okay, you know. In we say offering crime. Na obe Kumasi a. And me po bia nche da enim kasi se obeduru eastern region. Se nkokọ ho no eba. Ho den kasa no otumi yi se no ye wo nsumura bebre wo Ghana. Ye nsu kasi e da kwa. Na bia me kasa rade adum gimadi amidi eso aba ne se sesei benya Germany enkoso hima waso dwumadie mu de den a erade adum wa bie group as sesei da bie nipa ba beka ho na ye ba Britain benya mrantie ba miensa ba ko ho asem na me ba beka na senia mene enkoso hima ya interview a nipa bebreti ye no almost no me no on beka no ma hu yi se Jumadia media no me wabotai se Ghana be kɔ n'anim. Makoma so ade nyina no. Se atrimodinfo no be free system. Ghana akromfo no be free system. A yekotoa ba wo mo adwen nyina ne se de yen yepe na o se yen saka. Ti wo mo mfa mo se Ghana sika e betumi de abo ma no ban no. Na ya dwen nyina ne se ye kɔ bank ye wotumi na ya bie na wo ye panin so a na ne tiri bom kakra nti no na obetumi ne sika na aboa ma Ghana yakɔ anim no na odi sika no ekɔkyeche se de be ya abato de be bo mo afa. It is time say Ghana ye jai sa awudie ni atrimodin no na ya dwen o ma no enti awie Abranti a me be kan ho asemi odi Asare Asare kan sa ono na odi sa ni afia odi emfoni bre min se ni ekoso ni omo ahyeda Ghana fo no be 9 ena omo ewo China omo timi atwa sanfoni se yenhwe it is possible da me so fa yekoni yenhwe sanfoni ne kakra.
All the way to Kumasi.
I had about one person, me, Kumasi, my some dredge, I'm a biabaha.
It's been a while, but we are here. We just chanced on this river, and we just want to bring you a sneak peek of what Cheddar was trying to say. So there are many rivers here in China, and they are not just rivers, but they are used for economic purposes as well. They are used to transport goods and services from one place to another. We're just going to take you around to show you the river and some of the uses it has for the people around here. Alright guys, so we've just seen videos and evidence of what the river or a river could be used for economic purposes. What do you guys think? Do you truly believe after seeing this that it is possible what Cheddar was saying about the sea? I don't think he was talking about a sea per se. I think he has come out to explain himself that he's actually talking about dredging the rivers into canals to allow bigger boats to carry heavy loads. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's possible in Ghana?
Yes, I think it's possible. I mean, we are in this technology world. Everything is possible. I believe it.
Yeah,
this is possible. This 20 years ago doesn't exist. But now look, it does now. So it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
And I think if they didn't do some dredging, these boats couldn't, maybe they were small rivers.
Yeah.
But even if you look around, you can see that it's been barricaded nicely, which means some work has been done here.
Yeah, it was quite small or narrow, if I may say, but they extended it.
They expanded it, right?
Yeah, during the COVID time. So these things, it's possible.
So,
And by the way, it's not just here, it's all over China, right? Everywhere you go, you see these rivers, canals that are transporting the boats.
oh, they even have a fake beach in Nanton.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think everything is possible as long as
I mean,
we set our
we
mind
have
on
a
it.
man-made lake in Ghana, so it's not like
Exactly.
For
faking
me,
stuff is new.
Apart from it being possible, it is what they use it for. That is key. Like
Then the
they use
guy
it
right there is fishing, right?
Yeah, they use it to transport. You can come and fish. Those people who are into fishing and stuff, that is okay. But then they use it to transport a whole lot of stuff, right? And you can see in the shots we have, you can see so many different things, like the sand, the whatever, iron rods, and those
It's
things.
possible. I think it's possible.
And it actually also stops huge trucks on the road.
Yeah.
You see, so I think it is all about vision and believing it can be done. I think getting the right people to do the job. That's basically.
And someone also asked, how about if we're using these rivers or canals for transportation, is it not going to pollute the water, the very water that we drink? But he was also saying that you can separate the waters that are used for purification from the ones they use for these transportation purposes, so that you know that some specific waters are just purely for water purification for domestic.
I mean, that goes
And
without
also,
saying, right?
also
Exactly.
we can look into the water recycling. That's what China does, you know.
I think he said the same
water
thing.
recycling.
I mean, Cheddar mentioned
Yeah,
that.
right.
So.
Right?
Recycling, exactly.
Yeah, water recycling. It could be done.
I mean, the
people are
point
recycling the
is,
seed
so
and
if
all
we're
that.
talking about just possibility, it's a no-brainer, right? All around, like, you know, all these developed countries, we see them. Here, this is just one spot, like you said. It's there are lots and lots of, like, you know, canals and, like, you know, dredges. And so, like you said, this used to be smaller, right? But
Yeah.
they expanded them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they are, like, way more. Awesome, like, you know, like, I don't know, inventions and stuff that people came up with, you know, the ideas were more creative that people did not think it was possible, right?
Right.
But the point is, if you talk about just possibility, it's absolutely possible.
Yeah.
I do not even know why this impossibility thing is in
I
play.
think it's
Why is
coming
it
from the
impossible?
mindset that we
Yeah,
always feel like
it is the
politicians
mindset.
have failed us, or we are not ever able to do anything for ourselves.
Yeah, but I
anything
think also
amazing.
they
People
talk
think
about it
this.
literally, right? Like literally, like he's going to bring the sea to Kumasi.
Yeah.
So it sounds a
they
bit.
took it
It
from
sounds a bit
people take it
ridiculous.
literally,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. From the literal
right.
part. But it's canals, rivers.
It's possible.
It's
for me,
doable. It's been done.
Yes, several times.
So it's-
Where
like
my
something that is
surprise
new.
was from the reaction of the public.
The public,
even
right?
people on
That you would think, yeah.
yes, people
Yeah.
on
Be
radio
like, yeah, sure,
that
why
are
not?
supposed to educate and
Yeah.
encourage the people that listen.
Right.
It might sound weird, but it's possible because other countries have been able to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
They were the ones actually mocking it.
Right.
You understand? So the moment somebody has a doubt and you mock the thing, it makes it even worse.
And even
You know?
he was just talking about that, but if you look at Ghana, we already have so huge rivers and lakes that don't need any dredging, that can already serve this purpose. You take the Volta Lake,
Yeah.
when you go to Akosombo, all those places,
Yeah.
the river is so big that you can even have a mini ship on it.
I think
so it's
because-
not something that we even have to talk about. Dredging is to the inland part of the country, but there are so many big rivers that don't even need any dredging. They can already
And I
be
think
used
the
for
reaction
that.
from the people it has to do with because we've not actually utilized what we have already.
People
You
think
understand?
it's
So we
it's
haven't
impossible, yeah.
short-sighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, deɛ wɔhwee no yɛbɛsa atoa so hwɛ nkɔmmɔ a wɔn adi mekae sɛ na me ne nkurɔfoɔ bi di nkɔmmɔ na sɛdeɛ na ɔmo ka no reactions bi ɔntumi deɛ na ɔmo kyerɛkyerɛ ɔntumi ɔboaboa aba wɔn nso ɛka sɛ bi atena Nigeria da o yɛnia West Africa Nigeria ya inside Lagos sa islands ni bebree wɔ hɔ nom a ɛdeda da Lagos a wɔn ayɛ ne yie a boat nam so ma nipa tram nsɛm a wɔn ka wɔ ha ne sɛ China for tumi adi saa adwuma wei a ɛsoa iron rods ɛsoa nwea kanya ne sɛ nnɛ baabi wɔ hɔ nom a yɛn asase nyinaa no asase bi wɔ hɔ nom a nyame ahɛda de anwea gu a ɛde si ɛdan but ɛdeɛ na ɛkɔfa ba inland na ɛdeɛ na ɛkɔfa ba mpoano baabi wɔ hɔ nom a anwea wɔ hɔ no kama a ɛde si dan sɛ wokɔsesa saa nwea no a ɛnkɔfa wie ne biara mma enti sɛ yɛayɛ wɔ yi a ɛbɛtumi aboa na last week meka asɛm bi na mesa ka bi sɛ nipa wonim baabi a wogyina wonim baabi a wohwɛ wonim baabi a wogyina wonim baabi a wohwɛ na wonim baabi a wokɔ a adwen bi ne wotirim na uti no ɛso kwa me bɛsɛ mɛka kasa bi a bɛyɛ atemdidie demo atemdidie kura fakyɛ me na so yɛ nyansa wɔ de America no se ye koto aba na empanimfo no adwen a ewo won tirim ne se ye mo abu ma ne sika no na Ghana for de omunnim de ye ko cheska ne ma won a ye ka sika nipa ba kunya wa bato we a ename ka se politician bia ye to aba wo di sika be ko akoma obi se on fen to aba ma wo ye koromfo wo ye wo man boyeni enu nti na obi di adwen papa e ba na mo ho dwa mo no ti enkomo o mu die no se emre bi atwa ba 20 years ago na ho nti sa na hwese de ensuo no mo sia di nini wo ye bebe kura no obi di ho be ya janai no akosen ho ani se okoni ohon mu a ena mframa fa ne to mu kompuano na nkrofo tete mpuano na omu je omanan aba ya yari o ya yari ena school no so edi e makọ no omu nkyere ya niema edi mfaso beba demo entontom na yesey butterfly colors ewo mu yesey elephant ne sin yesey niema hunsu anko a we wakotron so he we na wo failure so abon abraforo hwe niema ewo wo mo mem na ankola ne kostua wo mo asua se ne ebeye na wo mo wie skua aboa oman ne mpuntuo yen so skua ye kono wo Ghana ha no yen kirem kwada na de se omo feme ye adwuma ewo Ghana na ankola se na eko tech yase a wo mo fa agric serious se oye na owie skua oba beye agric say enti oman no ankasa Ghana no say ye ku yanim no ye ku yachi enti obi ba beka asem bi a ebetumi abamu a ane the kind mrantie bi a so mu wo Kumasi ase ni wo mo nsem bi a no wo keka aba munya botire mo ache emu bi atene futuro mo ache munya botire na kani apiepie nkrofo so no ebi da so tititi so enne o maybe o hod mo atumi atifom a train enam fom bebi o mo asase kura no mo gidi yes asase wo so wo no wo mo si dan a na basement ne tumi kofom 4 ansa na pie because omu nim se nyame mo asase biom ana yanso ya to asase one pro ni ato fence wo abrochire esadle so we say obi ato fence wo atwa ne dan ho ahia because ha kromfo ni ntino ese auto fence wo na sa pen na die bi egugugu dan no ompoma no na wan kasa wa prisoner ehia wo dem BBC sesi a wan kasa kwakura befa so a obepia free ufi odmo no yasem because the system nenye ya call say ya emrantie mumreni o mumreni me dawrade asese nia esi adwoso no a revive mu se emrantie bitumi dia kokodro gina ho ka se mu diskan kra man ya ye ntu aba mamo nanka mo diskan adi na man ntu aba ma wo mo a anka won be jai wo mo nsem hunu ni die nanka wo ma transi adwen se asemu abranti yi kan umia ne nya adwen ni empe kwan papa ye beboa ma Ghana yakoya nim erisi ebetumi aye na politicians say Africa most of them no omo back for themselves omo ba mo omo aho omo mo obi aho na odi akire me de MPP de metumi kura wu ama MPP metumi awu ama NDC otiri we bom utiri bom enkansemu a nana kwa Bediako ekan na kwa ben se abranti o te say ni a o kan semu a si edi akire betumi aboa en o kan nsem ni bi o Sa abranti adwene wo tirim. Wo nyansa nkasa. Wo nyansa. Ni ntina ye ne aye wo ya dwapade na abronti. Ah? Wo nyansa hwe de aka no. Na de wo tie nkoma o mu die.
All right. So the part that he talked about, I mean, dredging and bringing the sea to Kumasi that people are going crazy about.
Yeah.
I feel like people were actually criticizing it because people are like, he should be talking about short-term problems, right? Figuring out how to, you know, get people employed, how people can put food on their table. I feel like people are more worried and concerned about these things being addressed,
Right.
as opposed to bigger projects. So what do you guys think? I think this is like too early in this in his.
I think that's a short-sighted part, and that's what we've always done, and that's why we are where we are.
Yeah.
We don't think big. We always think about what we're going to eat tomorrow. But if you think about what you're going to eat in 100 years, what you're going to eat tomorrow will automatically come with it. If you think of just this idea of transporting, can you imagine people who are selling sand, iron rods, and all that? They can transport a lot more quantity. And getting these things on these ships requires labor as well.
Thank you.
The people who are going to be working on the ships,
Yeah, so job creation.
those who are going to be servicing them, those who are going to be offloading, those who are going to be driving cranes. These are all part of the job creation.
The question,
I was about
the
to
question
say
that
that.
goes to you is the timing right? Because
Yeah.
people were saying, can you talk about hospitals, schools, fixing our damaged roads and building new roads?
We have hospitals. We don't we? I think we have
Yeah,
hospitals.
but people are saying that people are kind of having kids at the maternity wards on the floor, blah, blah, blah.
right.
So these
We
things
do
got
have
to be
hospitals,
checked.
but
we do
it's
have
the
hospitals.
service.
I know a
It is the
hospital
Yeah, the
that
service.
is it in Legon or something that is not yet being utilized.
Oh, it's-
Yeah, we
it's
have the
used now,
buildings.
yeah.
No, we have the buildings. Like when you
So
go to regions.
I mean, building a hospital is not something huge. It can be done within 3 or 4 years.
It's the
if we-
equipment that are necessary.
the equipment
Yeah.
and the
So
quality
it can
of
be
service.
done. I mean, the hospital thing can be done. It can be done within a space of 2 years.
And I think
No, people, that's not the
Yeah.
point is that they're saying, is it the right timing? Can you address the
But
current
when is the
issues on
right
the ground?
timing?
That's what I don't know,
That's
but
the
that's what
question.
people are talking about.
I understand where they are coming from a little bit because, like you're saying, the hospitals are there, but the services are poor, and not even schools. If you compare schools, and there are a whole lot of stuff that has gone amiss in the
Deplorable,
country.
yeah.
But you need to start dreaming big and pushing people towards that dream. Then, listen, when you're able to fix the bigger one, the smaller ones will take care of itself. Easy.
And
For me, that is my.
And
my
I also
thinking.
think that even though he's talking about big things, if you're a government or a leader or whatever, you can't develop just one sector of your economy and leave the others.
Yes.
This is talking is a very ambitious thing for the future. But definitely, if you want to improve the standard of living of the people, these other ones, if you're willing, they are not difficult to do.
Yes.
You can't just say, I'm going to dredge whatever and leave all others. No, your national budget still must take care of other smaller things. But I think people's fear is, or people just think that he's talking about big thing, industrialization, to the neglect of other sectors. But no, you can't do that. No
But
matter what,
actually,
you
I'm
still
not
need to-
cutting you short. You see, all these developed countries we're talking about, they actually thought of industrialization before the healthcare.
Exactly, yeah.
They actually built their industries, then they came back to their healthcare,
And,
their
and all these
education
things are
system and other
interlinked.
things.
Even with the river, you talked about how it will serve as an employment to some people, but you can also put a boat on it where you can transfer people to hospitals. Ambulances on this river every single
Yeah, it's just like
so,
like it's
so
a source
you
of
have to look at
transportation and means of
how
transport. Yeah,
the benefits.
The
You understand?
benefits
it's a medium.
are
So it's
enormous.
a medium.
Yeah.
I think the
transportation.
benefits are
Yeah.
enormous.
So like you said, it's endless. Yeah.
Yeah,
And also for like even
it's
tourism, like
enormous.
you said, right? You
Yeah.
can put some boats and people can take boats ride,
Right.
jet ski,
Restaurants
whatever.
It can
It's-
serve as so
A
many.
restaurant can be on a boat.
It's even
there.
short-sighted if you look at it. If you build an industrial park, that industrial park alone can have its own hospital.
Exactly.
So you don't even need to invest money in like some big community hospital. If the people working in this enclave have a hospital they go to, that solves the problem for that area. You don't have to spend extra money to go and build ultra-modern hospitals somewhere. So it's like he always says, he believes in building parks, industrial zones where it's integrated. You have everything in place. then you have this worry. So the industry comes with the hospital anyway.
Exactly.
So you don't. It's not an
exactly.
issue.
I think it's possible. I mean, there is nothing. If you put your mind to it, and if we come together and dream with him, I think everything is possible.
Right. We don't want to politicize this too
It
much.
is not
we
politics.
we just want to show evidence
yeah.
of what he was talking about. And I think we don't want to run too long. So
we cannot, before you wrap up, we cannot sit down looking at other countries where years ago we looked down upon, and they've moved so far ahead of us. And yet simple stuff come out, and then we go like, oh no, it's impossible. We need a mind change, you know?
Yeah.
We need that mind.
It's possible, and we can do it.
Yeah, anything is possible.
So we are not doing politics here. We just wanted to bring you strong evidence of what is possible. We are not saying Cheddar can do it or not. That's not what we are trying to achieve here. What we are trying to say is that it is possible. It doesn't matter if it's Cheddar or whatever. Anyone can spearhead this for it to be done. We have so many rivers that we are polluting now. What are we doing with these rivers? You know, so if someone comes with an idea that we think is laudable, let's support the idea, not the person. Like he always says, don't look at the messenger, but look at the message. So it doesn't matter if it's Cheddar or whoever comes with ideas that we think are laudable, let's all push it and get ourselves out of this mess that we are in. Because look around, people are moving forward and we are still sitting in dusty environments. So this is our message to everyone. Evidence right here.
You're getting too emotional. Too emotional.
Okay, see you another time.
Thanks once again for being with us.
Say something to our viewers. They are looking for you.
The radio say, "Odia wahwe ene de wahuni." Me ade papa bi oba be ka ho asem bia no be ye ho adwuma. Fi se manage nia oye no. Ana betumi ambasa me manage enye wanige eno so anya de a wose de manso ba me ne wontem. Ene abrantie bi frame efrin kran. Osida na me ka se nkwala nko an support new force. Ba me hu wo na me tie wo kasa ama mani agi pa se pani a otise wo na wanya mre. Na me ka kire ne se mrantie eye momreni. Pani bi a wan support sa dwumadie we si abrantie ne de aba. Na we pani obo man. Me si pani bi a me nso se beka pani biara wan support the abrantie we de aba. Na o ya abrantie nso a na o sorry tia na on so sam panimfo ne bayie ne bi aba hu because bayie no omo che bayie no ayayi o omo impart man crofo na omo nko ma omo di ko awieye ani se enkrofo bi adwene won se adan no onwi schools no na onwene ayaresa bia hospitals mo ne ade omo nko mo die mu anu bi ne de ba ani se we etumi baba yade a be ye japade a ebeboa na twinwuma bebre aba ebe edinwuma bebre every say what dey yam fan say yanya bonto kasia atwi anwea aba inland a anwea nier enkrofo be ye ho adwuma sisi a na yam fan say ye tu na ye iron rods ewo tema enya kan ye di begusu na nam ya bi nkene me mu oduro ni nyina no be fansuo no so kebe me ye kwa no so kura so adwo me kura de omo kan ye to makoma so hu se apostle na dwen mu do ensuo ne ye kwa no so ntutu se yetumi ye ensuo no se kwan a emma se aye kwan no na di mfie mienu eso tutu tijisi esa akoye kwan ni biu ye di nsuo ni egum na namu eba abeye dwapade kese amoman ba bi fu ayo aye yi enti ekwan no ankasa adni school ebeba because ye hayi nyansa ewomu ni se the entire oman ye hu na mane ni se ye ni ade a efri ye man mu akwakoton okasen bi se okọ nothing regional the ma awia bo kese and say asukase bi emfa ana voter no so ebeduru ba bia no yasi ni pam awrade hu emobo sa ensukuro ya yetum mane ya mane abie na bekuye ebi fon so ade ayama ye kwan a awrade hu emobo emre nsuo voter yi frank crofoi de na make us common sense enti yen tumi enye down bi a ye be ka se jam ye no so no yesi ye ko fa so abofu bi ba no ma ba be dan mi ameti ai wo ma miskase me fanya sa dam na metumi ai ye dam no na edu su to bre na nsuo no ye ma ya ye level bi nti nsuo no ye ma no na abu afaso na ko reservoir no ena ya ne such a way say entumi mbie mekum nipa nti a awrade huamobo moti hon na brofo akese brofo e de bokro no nko a brofo e de bokro no nko a na munim me doctorate ayine ye ho theology. But the American say ni nyina kire say nyame di nyansa tomadwi. Hwe emre bi ensuo yiri fa nkrofo wakra. Be kan engineers be supported the American. Enti kan hu yes anya manum na mejo. Ukọ ensoma American bi on ma ukọ mpage amakeka to order. Say edi enti na say ensuo yiri fa ya na afi bia nipa wu wonkran. Asma mi kan ni say enkra second hod mu na ensuo no no. Yamel de yi kasiensi pillars. Na kensuo ni enfem enkogu apum. Na ne so no yemfensi adan we yentumi nye. Because ensuo no enye ba bi mfa nti edoso a na bu afa bonten. Moko lendia ma hu se gota bi de da. Wa ko Canada no hu se gota bi da ho no a edu ba bi enkrofo tu nwiregu. Wo mo ayi nyina no enamfo. Omo yi nyina na mfom because the first time I become Canada na ensure talk asie pa ensure ti ya hu ensure na baby a ambusa madam fu ba kumbre mtabu se nsema na ensure no we ho se ensure na eto ya no ni nyina awrafo yanso ha obi tumi ko sit down na we see abroku baby ensure ne fa obi anka na hwe because oye MPP ni NDC ni yanka sem yani ya kwa ya dia feature ekwan na so mban mu politician bi dan ebe kwan wo mo anya hwe na wo mo chi ekwan we need to think big hwe obi a ofire kurasi ana oba Kumasi ana osi me pese me koye no yire wo baabi ana mo kire ne dan ho ase se ko na koju anan mo se munni fie efie no ne ntina mo dwin mo hare no yedi anwira mu enti yantran ma sabi efone ne ya ansa ne ayo we ya no wasikwa so because ekwa obetwa ansa no akwa abogya wanan na mutiti fie amutimu na munnimu no se da bi ya nimu sa o ensu ohod mu gya wanan na ekọ no se ekwan ohun bi da enti okotna so no so wonja nanan so onye dan Adiachi the sorry. There almost a can ya atomakuma sutrano the outcome of it. Say adiani to me ya and fasua and fasua ye binya also. Omuti ya wo kokukuru afwa ba Kumasi bi kura se odi nsuo ne ba maraba be yira fa ye ebe na be hemrantie bia sebi impregiasa se school no pro mo ko bi so mo ko bi nso a na wo mo aso asem we mo den se wo akase na asem ade a o ka o trust na odwen a ade mfaso be ba no obi se wakase na asem mesi mia engrof oh dada on timi won ani na say eh because what they wo mo be pim ne no ye ntumi nko an de guma dwen mu sa ade MPP chairman this chairman wontumi minim de din na si chairman wontumi mo no so wontumi ye dey you betumi wati you betumi ena na sem a o kan say it can be a project say oman no etiase a you betumi aka say oman ni nyina no ye yesa ade we ye de mfie du na ye enti say ye to aba na obi enya ade ha Ghana ni o na say obi ba benya ye mfa say MPP ni NDC a o ma transfer a yempe wo mu biemu yempe wo biem wo de wo a wotie me kasa wo mpe wo mu biem bo samsa de na apostle kasa wo de ko hede o mu ye o jesu ko hede o mu ye na jesu yempe wo mu biem se nan kasa system wo ha wontin ko bi ba no ye mfie nan a na ebi a wa ya ba beduru enkoko na won so aba beto aso ayo man na dwapade nyese obi ba beye abagi din nti ono ye ye no wo ba na wo abetu na ti agum sa no mo yo ade a NDC fo beye ayo man dia no MPP fo ba omso enya ne ye na say kohe schools ani adan akenyuram oma we dem panifo no fakase na ni adwempa bia on party na dey say din katua smo kan wanti osi dem zo ya cha me nyamra mo bekun ni o na dem ntombu ase de nya tumi no a ani be hu se de be si ache no osi aboa ne nya nche no ti ye da ni ache ti sa ache no nko na wo mo adwin mu create loot and share no da wo mo adwin MPP ni NDC mesi meka mo ba hwimi mesi meka mo mo ahi MPP ni NDC mo mo ahi mo hu za mo ana dia josu ha yi a josu enkwala bia nya kuku duro se kwa we na mo fa so to abadia amua o man no wo be jira bonte kasa because sika bia mo nya ska no kran so enya mo ahoɔden na mo di nya Ghana skana na wode mu nsabu wo bomu a na mo de ya yesem ye de radiasi ebe bua ye woni ema bebrede me di twa to say we need change of mind ye hia adwen sisa pa the free Kwame Nkrumah penso be pime na be yin for di bia kiro niema Kwame Nkrumah ye a nanka awose yetumi maintain na ni nyina seye na de o say ade before na say ade o entibu nananom a eba ku yemunum ne ade besi na aboa bude yemfa se Nkrumah mamuo na mompe ena mbapam no free ho na de Nkrumah ye no nso no na nya Ghana japade aburonti na mo say de oye nyina de oye bie ni won mo a mo mu bitumi tu aso se oye duru ha na ye motorway kra ya ntumi anto aso motorway ene motorway say ya ye odi say ayi neguso ana na hai o ma bi ko danim ana yesu ye ko yachi na ade achi se enye ayi a o nsuo na o twa be Kumasi no nko be mo ma yense san ya dwen na ye hunu ye se oman ye nya nipa bia odwene oman we hu a Ghana betumi asesa na Ghana hia besia bia o waka mene ne ya dwen 100 because gold na ye tuo no diamond na ye tuo niema ye tuo no Nyankopon adom eda so wasase mu enti ye hia ni papa pa bi a abro ni tirimu it is council so accommodate nti no bia nim yie se Akufo-Addo ba wo ba no de ye be sori afiri sika no so na aye bibia aman na Akufo-Addo da be na sika no be so mo yan saka ye de who be dia temu ama ye hunu yie se Joma mane na mamuo ne de omo anya hwe na se ye make comparison there na se ye kan kware there me de minnim hwe kura no 4 and 14 me se minnim hwe kura no enra makola bi check percentage no 300% plus 300% se bia munimo a nti mo babonti a ya mo nyama dwen se mo ka nyama kata so ye nu bi ba be ka no kure na kire o man no incompetent nkrofo a o munnim nyansa o di bu man mo na munnim nyansa no mo ba ye no mo nyansa na munnim no atwe man ne kwa kire 300% minus 300% and konta mabu amaye no because what made the docuno echo parliament e can say docuno ya to docuno 1 cedi ye hunu bi da joma ma ni adwen odibu man no mo de pan no nyina kwa kire ene docuno ya to no 5 cedis me maybe o ha 5 cedis no am tuto mi no di maybe aga na adro no enti we ya 1 and we ya 5 your percentage, you know. Yeah, now one more dream more, Harry and service a dorsal. And to be a big jump and personal can somewhere ending in a so be a near Giatum. Here, I'm not going to be Bediako. But so didn't Kenya Bagana. What didn't Kenya Abagana? But more beer and agents of fat in a dubious way, any manipulation, any depression, and Biano as in quite. And Yajima, the Biano we can say nobody can stop what is made by force. The mania brepa because Ghana mean Yano Namihun is a say. But then you know, and yes, I mean, that king as be a more trim or dim for ne, a with different one. Boba no ma boa sikani nyina no ma ka chima busia fo se de muni amane bia mama de ehun e chepo mo wiewia Ghana ska bia no how ni amane e wo mu fie obi bakuta dwen papa se ya na mo bagu anka se me de ma sem ba wieye no from Apostle Dr. Samson Adkwart MPP ni NDC mon kama no ntum na Monfre na nakwa Bediako na mon ka kire nse asikon ma abrantie wasem a wo kan nyansa wo sisi enyina ama yensa so afi we abato ye nyina ye ba beta wati na ke yahwe de nyambe ye wa afi na mbeki kaniema bomu na obi a oye professor etue sika etue bribe openly o tue sika mba wona wo hwa back to us say ya ensem ne say yi story bi na ya ka obi akola ketu bi akom di no akodi emo ne abomu ya jail ne 15 years on my way justice wa hefa na ya brantie ne ya ka we na wuntie na ya kodi di ne mahu ya kira that chi bi Nyankopon be ka kira o say Apostle Dr. Kwati Ndagura na opan wati and a man sim hunfa wagi ready hu emobo voter omuyi voter no he voter Kwame Nkrumah natural leak or ayo isuo ne da hokwa ene dru baby a enyansan do ntina nsuo no ayiri na bebu na senkrofo niema abra ye ni ankasa betumi aye reservoir bi nsuo no ba ko gum saska de be reservoir no ye be boa no ne de akoto aba with D4 Monse samadwen na monji asempare ni asempa ne ye ka kire mu no onyame ohu ya mobo na mo emrantie bi nso ama mo adwin si ama muska na wo bedi na tem ena ye kire no ena ne sika no nyai ti wo hia na ye ho abrantie owo 44 years hwede watchimi aye what kwan ya wu ni kapre enso nkoma no ntum ena temdidie nkoma na ye di ahyewa no onkokura brembra abebre no hu hwe wo de pasifo no ni mo ukodi akire na bibi bawa no ma pe 2000 no mo de abrew ande omo nyina ba behwew ade omo nim ye ne se wo mo party nipa bi awuo ni abebo wonsa ade omo nim ya no ye bo wonsa wia asa para obi di adwen pe 2-3 mu a obetimi akọ anim a hwedwumadi a medie na abrantie baako unless Asare ni afedi America na se de o Sunday we bremi o kire me bibi e betumi adua ne Ghana within a short time e be chen mrantin bebre wa kwantuo mu a wo mo wakoma percent ko mo be fie but o mo ba no ajata ni asebɔ bi ewo ma we mu o mo kwan ebi ni abrantie obanya mponche wo hase a obi a ofri abrochire na ono oba e wa metro office baby oye mponche afedi me say asem first day me tie and you see that time afei kromo mpanimfo sorry ya abaifo no sorry ya o masema o kan say ye kromo ade ekiri mponche enemri enti abrantie de ba oba himfie no bekasa ye no abaifo na ho na hu se akro no ekiri mponche wa ye adwuma bobo na pata kasie abro no doso dodo afedi e Ghana be yie no omo nya na nadwo awia kete no ma bakokoko ye be wi awia enyame obo ni wiase no wasoma me se me nkasa nkyerem wa wadwen ye se odi Ghana ekofom bia nyame mo be ma wo mo akofom wa wadwen ni se wo ya abro na no kware ni wadwen mu ya na mo amho ye me nwanwa ni se mo be ye sa ne ma we nyina akotua brabo akase we makogina so ndem se mo kode nyame ase woni na ewu wani wa atu it is possible se Ghana ye be ku en marade won hrai na de wo hwe ye enka bibi nkyiro na ye ntumi no ye nyim free ye kase na with God all things are possible. Erade nhyira basa tumi nka bi. Bye bye.